Dating gaps, girl.
Oh my God. Welcome to the Friendly Talk podcast.
Oh yeah, welcome to the Friendly Talk podcast.
We are gonna talk shit about age gap relationships. I mean, not talk shit because I don't think it's such a big deal. But
it depends.
I think it's situational.
It is.
Super situational. For example, we're gonna talk about
Drea. No, wait, I'm sorry. Let's not say no names. So we want to do.
It's okay. Fuck it.
Okay. So
everyone knows. Everyone's talking shit.
It's on social media. It's not a secret.
Everyone's talking about it.
So she's pregnant for an NFL player.
Drea is currently,
I believe she's 39.
39, almost 40.
Yes.
And her baby daddy
is 22.
22.
Now, the gag for me is that he's the exact same age as her son.
Okay.
So that's the gag. So if this is like you don't have no children, you're just dating a younger guy, to me it's like a less cringy.
So you would think like if a guy has a daughter and he's dating somebody around his daughter's age.
That's a little odd for me.
I think I agree.
Although I be fucking mad older guys. I've definitely been
What's older?
Girl, one time I was talking to this guy, he was so fine though. He was 55.
How old were you?
I was 30.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. My mother would gag if she knew.
What, did he have kids?
Girl, he was a grandfather.
Oh my God.
And he was fine as hell though.
Grandpa.
He was fine as hell.
Okay, so here's the thing. How old were his kids though? Like older than you?
Yeah.
I just feel like it depends what the person looks like for me. For example, like I don't think that dating somebody a lot younger than you is a big deal as long as they look like an adult.
Mm-hmm.
For example, there's a few guys at my gym. I love them to death. They're like 21, 22, but they look like boys.
Yeah.
So I could never, ever even see myself remotely being attracted or like, because even though they're legal age, they look like children. They look so young. So I look at them like my little brothers.
Right.
So I think it's a bit more about like, if the person looks childish, you should be in prison.
Yeah, because it's weird. It's a predatory.
And I don't think it's much about the age thing. Like, because if you're 18, but you still look like you're 15, because there's a lot of girls.
There's a lot of
when
girls
I was 18, I still looked like a child. So if a grown ass man is attracted to me at 18, like just because I'm legal doesn't mean you should be attracted to someone who looks like a kid.
And men like that, it's like the law is the reason why you waited till I was 18. If the law was 15, you would have been with it at 15.
Exactly. So it's like it's kind of disgusting.
It's only a technicality why you even waited till 18.
It's kind of like semantics.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if I was 15 and I still had the same face and body, you would still be attracted to me.
Yep.
But I'm a 15-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
You should be in prison.
I don't date younger, mostly because like
I don't like young guys.
Yeah, young guys, maybe like not now. But when I'm like older, like 45, maybe I'll fuck me a little 25-year-old. I don't know. But not right now though. Not right now.
I don't know. A lot of people assume that because you like older guys, you have daddy issues.
Oh, I've certainly had daddy issues.
Really?
Certainly.
Okay.
But but some, especially like older black men, they just be fine. Like, what you want me to do?
Yeah.
He look good. What you want me to do?
I don't know. I feel like you have to look older for me to be attracted to you.
Yeah, I like me a grown. I love salt and pepper in the beard. Oh.
But also the wallet needs to be grown.
Oh yeah.
Nothing's worse than an old broke man.
Oh my God.
Because you're like, what do you have to offer?
That life, sir.
What do you have to offer?
Yeah.
What do you have to offer?
That's embarrassing.
But like a lot of those older men who are like unsuccessful and broke have the most loud opinions on how women should look and how women should act. And you're like, sometimes men need to sit down with themselves and think like, am I successful enough to have this opinion?
They never stop to think that.
Am I good looking enough to talk about women's weight?
They never stop.
Do I have enough money to demand that a woman is submissive?
Right.
So it's like, if you have none of those things, you should not have an opinion on how a woman should act.
Exactly.
Because it's they're never successful.
Never.
No successful, good-looking, mature man is out here telling women how they should and shouldn't behave.
No.
It's always the brokies.
Always.
I want a woman who's this and who's that. But like, it's like, sir, you're poor. Why are you speaking? Get a job.
Right.
You shouldn't even be talking.
At the very least, be employed.
You should be hustling for a job to have that opinion.
That's it.
Because I do believe in like the whole like gender roles kind
absolutely.
of thing. And I think women should be feminine, and I think women
absolutely.
Like, for sure.
I definitely am like cook and clean, take care of the house.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And like take care of your husband
absolutely.
or your woman, especially if he's good to you. You should reciprocate. But then it's men who treat women like trash.
Yeah, but
and they're
exactly.
like, women don't cook and clean anymore. Women are useless. And do you know how to build a house?
Exactly.
Do you know how to hunt?
The last guy I was talking to,
Do you know how to change a tire?
No, they don't.
But I need to know how to make a casserole.
You're right.
Interesting.
You know what it is with these people that date like huge age gaps? Like, for example, like, you know, Drea and like a couple other women. Like, I feel like, because there's another girl, Future's baby mother. She's also pregnant for a young guy.
Okay.
She's also in her 30s as well. So I feel like with these particular women, how do I say this? Like,
do you think that they're manipulating the men into loving them?
I feel like it's like, because they're used to a certain lifestyle. They fuck with ballers and rappers. They're used to a certain lifestyle. Now they're getting up in age. Those rappers and you know, are maybe not be entertaining them as much. So it's like, let me get this young boy.
So I can wrap him around my finger.
I'm very experienced sexually.
They're fucking these guys to death.
They fucking the dollars out these young boys.
Yeah.
Getting pregnant.
Trapping them.
So now, because then, you know, the kids are grown. Now it's another 18 years of child support.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Do you think these guys have mommy issues that are dating like much older women?
It's very possible. Very possible. Very possible.
I do think that older men want younger women because of for just physical attraction, but also they're mentally.
Absolutely. Because there are women, especially with like plastic surgery and stuff, there are women who are in their 50s who look the fuck good.
Yes. It's more about like a woman your age is not going to accept your bullshit.
Yeah.
A woman your age is not going to let you drag her along. Younger women are not looking to get married. They're not looking to have kids.
Yeah, right.
They're not asking you to pay their rent.
Yeah.
I'm independent. Well, older women is going to be like, you going to come fix my ceiling?
That's right. Like, there's things to be done around the house.
Yeah.
What you coming over here and
which young girls are not really asking for.
They don't know no better.
They don't know any better. And I just feel like a lot of older men just kind of prey on younger women who aren't asking them for things. Also, speaking of like women and men and like all that kind of stuff, I had a set the other day at St. Mark's. Shout out to St. Mark's. I love that club. I love the guys who run it. I use that club
more often.
It's a great club. But for some reason that night was just all white people and couples. It was all white people and couples. The comedian before me did a whole bit about his sister's a lesbian and whatever. It was a great bit. Mm-hmm. So when I got on, I tried to continue the joke a little bit, just to like, you know what I mean.
Right.
So I was like, oh, the comedian before me was talking about his sister's a lesbian. I could never be a lesbian ever because I don't ever want to go half on anything. Because who pays in a lesbian relationship? Right. They probably split it. And I could never imagine myself being out on a date and my partner looks at me and goes, oh, it's your turn. I would kill myself.
Yeah.
So then no one laughed. Like everyone kind of just looked at me and I was like, oh, wait, like, do you guys all go half? Mm-hmm. And all the women were like, yeah. And I was like, wait, what do you mean you got? So I was like, everyone here, you all got your tickets and your 2 drink minimum and your 2 snack minimum and you're all going to split the bill. And everyone was like, yeah. And I was like, this is what's wrong with this country. And I went on a whole rant and I bombed that night. Like the crowd hated me.
That's fine. I hate them too.
But I was like, you women like this are the reason why men aren't masculine anymore, because you're allowing them to not be men.
Now, I've taken men out, but it's like, okay, the first 3 dates were on you, the 4th one I got.
Yeah.
And I don't even tell him. I'll just like, the check will drop and I'll be like, oh, I got this one.
It should be like 70-30.
Yeah, so like the last guy I was talking to, like every 4 dates, like or so, like I'm like, okay, I got it.
Yeah,
I got
like,
it.
oh, I got this one.
I've bought like a guy some like expensive ass Jordans. I'm like, oh, you know, he spent a lot of bread on me so far.
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy him some $300 sneakers real quick.
$400. I'm not saying that women shouldn't be nice to them.
Yeah, but they have to show me consistently.
Exactly, that's exactly what it is. Like, be nice to your boyfriends, especially if they're nice to you.
Yes,
buy your boyfriend a gift.
I'm all for treating a men. You know, I'll buy gifts.
But they have to be men.
They have to be men. And like I said, the 4th date, okay, no problem, I got you.
But if you're going on like, you're going to the comedy club and you're splitting the bill.
No, they've split every date.
That's crazy. What are you offering? Like,
I feel like women like that be like.
Pick Mishas.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want to be like, oh no, like, I help out.
Is it that they're so scared to be alone that they'd pay their way to be in a relationship?
The fear of being alone has people doing some wild shit.
Girl, I'm not even going to say names, but whoever's watching this, if you know, you know. There's this one woman, she's been on and off with this guy for like 8-9 years. He had a baby on her. He was living with her, not paying rent. Like, just, she was so scared to lose him. Like, she paid for everything. His dog got sick. She paid for the vet fee. Like, she's so scared that he, like, she's basically buying his love.
Yeah.
And he's eating it up because he's benefiting from it. He's still doing whatever he wants.
Of course.
He's still fucking whoever he wants on the side.
He's probably using some of his bread that he got from the shorty to spend on other bitches.
No comment.
Yeah. Oh, girl, I know men like that.
No
I have women in my family. Women in my family are like, girl, you better get you a man. I don't care if he don't do shit for you. You better get you one.
For what though?
The women in my family are deathly afraid of being alone. They settle. It's embarrassing.
The women.
I be at family reunions like, how am I related to y'all bitches? y'all are corny.
The women in my family are more scared for me to be alone than me.
Yes.
They're like, that's why they're like, Nina, you have to meet somebody. And I'm like, I don't have to do anything, first of all.
My family be like, oh my God, you're gonna, I'm like, that's fine.
Listen, I would love to find my soulmate and settle down and get married. I would
but it's
love
not the
that.
end all be all either.
No, if it doesn't happen right now or next year, even in 2 years, I'm chilling. Like, I would love that. Don't get me wrong, but that's not gonna make or break my life.
Gonna make or break.
I'm living my life just fine and I'm super happy and content. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, I'll wait till it does. I'm not gonna just pick any Joe Schmo just to say I have a man. I live alone. I pay my own bills. I go wherever I want. I buy whatever I want. I do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to be a total asset to my life, what do I need you for?
I noticed that, like,
most men, all they're going to do is hinder your life.
That's it.
They're going to hinder your dreams. This one guy wanted to marry me. He had kids. I thought about it and I was just like,
oh yeah, I
don't want to be a stepmother.
I cannot be a stepmother.
Your kids are old. They're older. Like, I have to pick them up from school or at work. That's not what if I have a spot somewhere?
Yeah, I don't want to be a stepmother. I'm good on that.
I'm just like, I'm not at an age, or I'm not like this like ugly fat loser where I'm never gonna get a man and I should just be happy with whatever I get. I'm gonna wait a little bit until I find a guy that I like. My sisters are deathly afraid of me being alone. And I'm like, are you guys just projecting?
My mother is like really scared. My mother's like, oh, I want to see you with a man before I die. I'm like, wait, hold on, let's track. Wait, bitch, did you get some bad news? Cause why are you talking about dying?
How old is she?
64.
Is she healthy?
Yeah, I mean,
like, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. I'm just like,
it's kind of like, and then it's like when I do find a guy that I like or something, and they're not good enough for you.
Yeah.
But then it's like you want me to. I just feel like nothing makes your family happy, so you just got to do what makes you happy because you can't please everybody.
This guy was trying to talk to me the other day. He's like 5'6". I was like, oh, that's okay. I'm like, Ma, stop. Like, I'm not doing that.
I told my sisters that the last guy who wanted to marry me couldn't say enthusiasm, and I got the ick. And they were like, you're such a bitch. Oh my God. Blah, blah. I was like, I can't marry a man who can't speak correctly. I'm sorry. Is that am I asking for a guy who's a multimillionaire who has a Lambo and a jet? Just speak properly. I can't wait to find a guy that speaks properly. That's how pathetic you think I need to be? It's so insulting. And
I've ignored things like, all right, I talked to this guy, like the first 2 days we went on, his breath it wasn't stank, but it wasn't fresh either.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm like, okay.
You can't put a piece of gum in your mouth on a first date.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, this is like, and I was like, okay, let me not be shallow. The second date, breath wasn't fresh again. The third day, I'm like, finally. But it's like,
did you say anything?
No, I didn't. I didn't want to embarrass him. I'm just like, I'm gonna give it. If he come over here with a stank mouth again the third time, I'm out of here. I was just like, maybe I am being too like, one of my
sometimes you start to think, okay, am I the problem?
Yeah, one of my closest friends, she met her husband, and when she was like, oh, his teeth are disgusting. But then like she ended up marrying him, and she's very, very happy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, maybe I need to find somebody with fucked up teeth then, or come like his breast stain. Maybe this is the love of my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because my best friend married somebody whose teeth was crazy and she's happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, girl, no. Because I went past that and he ended up being a piece of shit. So it's like, I gave you the benefit of the doubt, my guy. I should have just been shallow.
I hate that when you give an ugly guy a chance.
Yeah, or something wrong with him. Like, because he wasn't ugly, but his breast stank.
Yeah.
Or an ugly guy or a fat guy. And it's like,
and then
damn.
he thinks he's the shit because he bagged you.
Yes.
And then he thinks he could bag someone else.
Yes.
You're like, just because I'm stupid and I gave you a chance doesn't mean every other girl's stupid.
And then women will see him with you and be like, oh, he got a bad bitch? Okay, what you got going on?
Yeah.
So I was like, I led you to other bad bitches, sir.
You're the reason. I'm the reason why you're...
If they didn't see you with me, they was not checking for you, guys.
Yeah. I
don't
hate
know,
men.
girl. I don't know. My mother's single. My mother's single and 64. So I'm just like,
is she trying to date?
No. And I told her, I was like, you should date younger. Like date like a 50-year-old. She's like, I don't want no young boy.
Oh,
I'm like,
my
50 is not a
God.
young boy. Excuse me, y'all.
But was she married to your dad, or like why'd they get a divorce?
My father was not a good guy.
Okay.
He wasn't pulling no weight. Like he just was like, couldn't keep a job type thing. Like no ambition.
Yeah.
Type, yeah.
My parents have a very tumultuous relationship.
Are they still together?
Unfortunately. But they're like roommates. They sleep in separate bedrooms, like, but they're just so used to each other and they both can't afford to live on their own. So they kind of just
like, fuck it.
And my mom always like talks to me about getting married. I'm like, why are you have the most horrible relationship I've ever witnessed in my entire existence. Why are you telling me anything about trying to find a man? Like, you want me to base my life off of your relationship? Because if that's the case, I would never get married.
And happy marriages that I see
are very
especially
rare.
like, especially in the Black community, like I feel like they had to go through like so much cheating and like, okay, now he's done cheating, now y'all happy. You know, okay, like, okay, you forgave him for that. Y'all broke up, he had a baby on you. You accepted the baby, now y'all happy. Like I cannot and I will not go through that to be happy. Most marriages I see in the Black community that are healthy now, they went through forgiving cheating.
Why do I have to go through hell for you
and
to
I'm not
be
doing that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. And then one girl told me, she's like, if you don't accept cheating, you'll forever be alone. I'm like, then it is what it is.
Wow.
I'll die alone before I accept that.
Yeah. What's your view on like if you guys broke up and then you both moved on, then you got back together? Like,
and he had a baby?
No, baby.
No baby?
No.
Oh, we just got back together?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. I mean, it depends on what we broke up for. If it was cheating, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, for sure.
But if it was on some like, we just wasn't on the same page or whatever. Okay.
It's so tough. And then
that cheating shit is not, I can't, I just.
Have you ever caught anyone cheating on you?
Hell yeah.
Oh my God, how'd you find out?
Facebook.
Facebook? What, she messaged you? Or like photos?
She was having his baby.
How long were you guys dating?
2 years.
Wait, 2 years? Mm-hmm. And he had gotten...
And she was 4 months pregnant. So I'm like, yeah, the timeline ain't time enough.
And you found out...
If she was 3 years pregnant, then fine.
How?
then there was no overlap.
Wait, how'd you find out though?
Oh, her cousin... So he had asked me to marry him. And her cousin DM'd me. Sent me a message on Facebook. She was like, I heard niggas is getting married. I swear. I just want to tell you what he got going on. I'm like,
oh my God.
So I sent him a screenshot. I'm like, why is bitches lying in my DMs?
Yeah. So you believed it. Like you didn't believe it.
I didn't believe it because there was no way that this man, because this is my first time being in love. And I just thought that I was 24.
Yeah.
About to be 24. So I'm like, ain't no way. This bitch is playing.
Yeah.
Hating ass bitch playing.
And then he admitted it. What happened? Did you fucking kill him?
Girl, I was devastated.
I bet.
And this is how I know I'm not crazy because.
And there was no signs?
No, I had no idea. It came like left field. But this is how I know, because people always like, oh, you pretty and funny, and you've been single for so long, you must be crazy. This is how I know for a fact I'm not fucking crazy. Because girl, all right, so I used to only fuck with like hood dudes, like gang banging at like. So like,
I love me a hood rapper.
Girl. So I had a couple of his firearms in my apartment.
Jesus.
I did. Cause like where he stayed, cause he didn't want him at where he was at.
Okay.
Just in case it got raided or anything like that. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not on nobody's radar. You can keep it at my house.
So you were like down?
I was down, girl.
You were like a down ass bitch.
So I had a couple of his firearms at the crib, and I'm like, come get all your shit. And he was scared to come. I'm like, come get your shit, because I guess he thought I was gonna shoot him. I'm like, what? So you get a bitch pregnant and I'm going to jail? That math don't math.
So okay, you wanted him to get your stuff out because he cheated on you.
Yeah.
And he was scared that you were going to kill him.
He was scared to come over because his guns was in there and he thought that I was going to clap him. I'm like, but I'm not going to jail because you're a whore. So you're a lying whore, and that means I got to, like, why would I kill you? Like,
you're not worth it.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to grow, become the baddest bitch that you've ever seen, and that's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Now he sees when I'm on, like he always comments on my stuff like, oh, I see you on Netflix, I see you doing your thing.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Like,
and you show people like, oh yeah, I used to fuck with her. Fucking with me is the highlight of your fucking life. Not even
that's the thing.
Not even the child that you have. Fucking with me is
you
more
name dropping me
yes.
is the greatest flex you could ever have.
He's more proud of that than his fucking child. Girl. It's crazy.
Oh my God, man. Where's his baby mama? Are they still together?
Girl, they was never together.
Oh, so he was just cheating and he just got her pregnant.
Yeah.
You should. Do you even talk to him still?
Nah.
But he still comments every now and then.
He'll send me a DM once every 2 years.
For what? Why do they do that?
I don't know, girl.
Why do men do that?
I don't. Well, that's how I know I'm not crazy, because
if I was so crazy, why are you still talking to me?
Exactly. But I know I'm not crazy because I didn't shoot nobody. So when people are like, oh, you gotta be crazy. You single and pretty. Yeah, I'm single and pretty. It happens, sir.
Yeah, because men.
I know my worth.
Also, men are very intimidated by pretty women.
Who are funny?
Yes.
Yo, when I tell guys I'm a comic, they're like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to come to one of your shows. Okay, yeah, pull up. I'm opening for D-Ray. What? Their brain, I could just see
they start to glitch.
Oh yeah, well, in May I'm going to be in LA. You can come out in LA. You live in LA, right? Yeah, holla at me in LA. I'm in Netflix as a joke. What? Are you a comedian?
Oh, you a real comedian.
Nigga, what did you think when I said I'm a comic? When I said I'm a comedian, you thought it was a hobby. You thought I do a little skits on Instagram and I do little open mics.
I travel the world doing comedy.
Sweetie, I'm an internationally booked comic, bro, with TV credits. So when they see the seriousness of it,
they get intimidated.
Every time, like motherfucking clockwork. I can see them detached. I can see them.
That happened to me once.
All the time. Once, bitch. It happened to me every Tuesday.
That happened with me and the guy with the kids who wanted to marry me. I took him he came to one of my big shows. And he was just like, this is my first time at a comedy show and blah, blah, blah. It was at the Wilbur Theater. It was beautiful. It was sold out, both shows. And I did well, and he was like, wow, I could see him. Yeah. I could see him immediately be like, oh yeah, I can't.
Yeah. And
but it's like, I wasn't flexing on him. I'm
just being me.
I'm very humble. I'm very nice. I was like, oh, you're having fun. I was more concerned about him than I was about my show. And I could see he was intimidated. And I'm like, what are you intimidated by? What am I going to do? Bite your head off?
Yeah. They always fall back when they see how
And then I had told him that I'm fighting at Madison Square Garden in April. And he was like, wait, it's not a prom. I'm like, no, it's amateur night. And he goes, oh, a bunch of losers. Because we're amateur fighters. We're not professional fighters.
But you loser, but you would beat his ass though.
But I'm like, but it's at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
MSG, it's the highest venue in the world. And I'm fighting there.
When I tell you,
I was like, why? And it's not like he's a boxer, and I'm like surpassing him. Our worlds don't collide. If you told me you got a promotion at work, congratulations. That's nothing to do with me.
And even if it has nothing to do with me, I would still be happy for you.
Exactly. And I was just like, oh, you're a hater.
Yo, let me tell you something. Comedy really opened my eyes. Men are so jealous. When I tell you envious, I thought girls hate on me.
No, men do. I've never
nobody hate on me like a man, bitch.
I've never had a problem with a female comedian ever.
I won't say that. I've had a couple bitches who are corny.
It's only men.
I've met a couple corny bitches in comedy.
But men are so jealous.
Men will they want to girls will hate on you oh, this bitch thinks she cute. Men will want to destroy you.
Yes.
And make sure that you're not booked.
I've had men literally tell me oh, it must be nice to check off boxes. That's probably why you get booked so much.
And
they're like, no, I get booked because I'm funny. LOL. I'd be saying LOL out loud. They'd be like, what? I'm like, LOL. Because it's going to keep me from punching you in the face. So I have to deflect and try to make it a jokey joke.
Yeah.
But men are so jealous.
I just want to find a man who's secure. And there's women who find them. I'm like, where you found them at?
Yeah. I
don't get it.
I was doing shows with a big comedian. We're friends. I'm good friends with his manager and whatnot. And they're like, oh, come open, do a guest spot, whatever. So the host was also there. The host is best friends with the comedian, but the host sucked. Mind you, he's been doing comedy 20 years. But he's kind of in and out. He has terrible. He hosted, I went on after him, I killed. And I don't say that lightly. I have imposter syndrome. I don't ever think I did well.
Yeah.
But I did very well that night. The next day, the main event, the headliner wasn't there yet. He was running late. So it was just me, the host, and one of the features. The host comes up to me and he goes, oh, you're going to go up first and then you're going to introduce me. I was like, wait, what? He was like...
guest spots go up first and then introduce the host?
He was like, you go up first and then introduce me. He wanted me to warm up the crowd for him. But you're the host, so you're supposed to warm up the crowd for me.
That was completely opposite.
But I'm like, I'm not going to make drama because I'm not going to be the young comedian girl who making drama, blah, blah, blah.
Absolutely.
Sure. I went out there. I did very well. I didn't even introduce him. I was like, give it up for your host, everybody. And I walked off stage.
Yeah.
Because fuck you.
Yeah.
And then he bombed.
Of course.
I'm like, you're such, like, he was trying to flex on me so much because he was so jealous that I was on the lineup. And I was like, bro, you're a man. What? I get same sex being jealous of each other. Yeah. I'm not like that, but I understand. Right. I could never see myself being jealous of a man.
I can't.
It's a man.
It's a man.
And why is a man jealous of me?
So odd. The bitch tendencies.
Why are men, like, men get really jealous over what, like, about women's like careers and she must have fucked her way to the top. Yep. And she must have did this. And no, sir. Maybe she's just
when I was
better than
opening for D-Ray, somebody yelled out, "Oh, she definitely fucked him." Like, definitely, yeah. I'm like, no, I haven't, but clearly you want to, sir.
Projection. Or I know this one guy, he always tells me, like, anytime I tell him about like an opportunity or something I got, or even my manager, oh, they want to fuck you. And I'm just like,
every single time.
Why don't you ever think that I'm talented enough that somebody just wants to work with me and it's not about?
Because if it was about that, like, comedy is so beyond, like, all right, the first couple times you being cute, okay, people will haha, you know.
But if you're not good, you get
you're not gonna get to
you'll only make it so far.
Titties and ass can only get you but so far. This ain't stripping, Papa.
Yeah. You gotta be funny.
You gotta be funny.
And good.
That's
because
it.
If D-Ray did
consistent.
If you weren't good, like, he would have dropped you a long time ago.
I did 26 shows with this man because I'm good. And let me tell you something. That was one of the best. Like, D-Ray really, he's such a joy to work with.
He seems really fun.
He keeps it professional. And he treats me like he'll always gives me like gems.
Yeah.
And he keeps it professional. And obviously he's like, oh, you look good tonight. But it's never like creep vibes.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy going on tour with him. But I'm scared to, like, not scared, but it's like other guys that I haven't worked with yet. I'm like, I wonder how you would be. I hope you're not a creep.
Like, who's so not a creep and fan. It's so sad that we have to give guys
flowers
for not being a creep. But Godfrey.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't give me creep.
Godfrey always gives me such great advice.
Yeah, he doesn't give me creepy vibes at all.
We've been friends for years. We've been friends before I was even doing comedy.
Yeah,
and he
seems like a
dope,
cool guy.
Nice, fun, really cool guy who just wants to help you. Like, he just helps me for no reason. Like, nothing in return.
No,
like,
that's it.
Doesn't ask for anything back. I text him like, yo, can I come on your podcast? Of course, come, pull up. Like, he's just a dope guy. It's such a sad world where you have to give a trophy for not being a pervert.
I know.
What's wrong with you men?
Oh, Lil Rel's not a creep either.
Very, very rare though.
Yeah. We just named 3 out of 2 million.
How many comedians do you think there are in the country?
Oh shit, girl.
Like working comedians.
Oh, working comedians, because everyone identifies as a comic. Working in this
like
country,
club
girl,
comics.
in the New York alone, it's got to be like
1,000.
1,000, son.
You think so? You think it's that high, 1,000?
Hell yeah.
Wow.
All these open mics and that. Girl, hell yeah.
Girl, I haven't done an open mic in a while, but I've gone to a few like not too long ago, and I was like, some of y'all need to give it up.
Give it up. Nah, I started off an open mic.
I mean,
Broadway Comedy Club.
But I've seen like open micers where I'm like, oh, if you keep up, you'll get better, and you'll be, because we all start somewhere. We're all like, it takes years to get good, and I'm not nowhere near where I want to be as a comedian. So I'm not knocking anyone's hustle, but you know when someone can get better, and when someone's, you're like, oh, that's just not for you.
So I was talking to this guy last year, and he from upstate New York, and he does comedy. Girl, he's
quote unquote comedy.
So corny, like props. Like, he pulled out a rose, you know, the rose, the masturbation toy for women.
Why?
Because he had a joke about it, and I was like, I wanted to die. I'm like,
cringe, ick,
prop comedy, and he's just so corny, but he was really cute.
Oh.
So I didn't have the heart to tell him, but like. And like, he's only been doing it for like a year, and he's like, oh yeah, I have like 45 minutes. I'm like, no, I'm like, baby,
no, you don't.
I've seen him.
You got 5 minutes, if that.
He did 20 minutes, and honestly, he had 6 minutes of material.
You have 6 minutes
of okay.
Yeah,
it wasn't even killer. It was
I've been doing comedy for a while now, and I'm like, I could do a funny 15. That's it.
Yeah,
I could do an hour. Is it gonna be great? No.
I just hit a strong 30.
Yeah,
and I'm 8 years in.
Yeah,
just hit a strong 30.
It takes that long to get good.
But these people don't. They just see shit on Instagram, and they watch. Oh, I could do that too. They don't put the effort into researching.
Yeah, I've been doing comedy half the time you have, and I have half the material you have. It's the exact.
It makes sense.
Yeah. It's literally, we're like right on the money. That's how you know we're like self-aware. Because I've seen some comedians like bomb and then get off stage and be like, oh, I had a great set. And I'm like, were we at the same show? Wait, what? where you could tell if you did well or not from the laughs. And based off of the laughs, or like, I killed. And I'm like, you got 2 giggles.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Delusional. Did you see that TikTok drama where that girl where the host called out the comedian? I forgot her name.
Was it a white girl and it was a black guy?
Yes. And she was like, I hosted and I did well. I'm a self-aware comedian.
Yeah, I
and then he posted the clip of it and she was just bombing.
Well, my thing is, you don't gotta speak on it.
Yeah.
Just don't speak on it. If you bomb, you don't gotta.
I've had plenty of bad sets.
And I've had plenty of good sets where I don't go, every time I do well, I'm not on Instagram like, yeah, I'm that bitch, just caught a body.
No,
I'm not doing that because
not.
this is regular degular. I do well all the time. I'm not gonna jump on Insta. I feel like when you jump on Instagram and tell about how well you did tonight, that's because it's not.
It's rare.
It's rare for you.
Yeah.
This is a regular degular day for me. I do well all the time.
I don't think I've ever been like, I did well, like in public, because it's embarrassing. It's kind of cringy. Like, oh, shut the fuck up. Unless you're like Dave Chappelle level, like you should try to.
Even then, I ain't talking about.
It's cringy.
Let the people speak for you.
Or like when people get online, they're like, this video hit this many views. You're like, nobody cares.
Yeah.
There's a cat video that has 30 billion views. Like, the cat ain't on Instagram.
Okay.
Like, stop.
These people kill me, son. Oh,
but if you're in an age gap relationship.
Oh yeah, we done went all the way left. So the youngest, I'm 32. I'll be 30.
What's the oldest you'll date?
So right now, like I'm looking for like I want a serious relationship, and I'm looking up to 40.
Okay, that's not too.
I'll do 42.
I'll do
45 is like. I'll do 45, but like I feel like when you get up there, it's like okay, they're gonna have kids and stuff. And if they don't have kids at 45, it's like what happened?
Yeah.
Can you have kids?
If men can have kids at any age.
No, but it's something like, is it like a sterile, like, are you sterile? Like, ain't nobody got pregnant for you in the 45 years? Nobody did, and ain't no accident happened in them 45 years.
Or if it did, you made them have an abortion? Or they had an abortion just to not have a kid with you?
Yeah, like, what's the tea?
No one wanted to trap you?
What's tea?
Not one woman tried to trap you?
Not one.
There's something wrong with you.
There's something going on, Papa.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll say up to 40. I'll say up to 40. That's my my age. I have 35 to 40 on my hinge thing.
But comment what's the age? What cutoff is your like what?
The youngest?
Youngest, yeah.
Shit, 30.
Okay. My youngest is like 35.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, but 30 to me is a little too young. I'll probably say. Probably the youngest I'll go if I go is 31.
So comment what your limit is. What your youngest is and what your oldest is, and we'll read the comments in the next episode.
Nina gonna read the comments.
I'm gonna read the comments.
I don't read comments, Papa.
I read all the comments.
I don't read no comments.
Unless you're trolling us, I'm gonna block you. But don't troll us. We're sensitive. Thanks for listening, guys.
I have to take my piece.